Hi, today is Tuesday, and you're probably going, why are we playing Minecraft? Because I got super frustrated, and if it dies again, I'm going to say the heck with it. The stream, I mean. So it's been dying just about every day at 8:15, and it's definitely a Twitch thing. I don't know if it's like we're watching you, or if it's something else. I don't know. But I don't think that they like to get interrupted during their stream, so shouldn't interrupt me during mine. Anyway. So I got the it was backgammon, and I got a game and about a half done before it died. So then I started it back up again, and it was fine. I got what I needed to say said, and and got the second game finished. Speaking of that, before it dies again, I also write books. And in the description below, whether you're watching me on Twitch or... Oh, I've got to rectify that, because I don't think I did that yesterday. Well, I will, in a moment, make sure that in the Twitch, every single video has it. I've been making sure that the YouTube has it. Speaking of YouTube, I will go back to my books in just a moment. But speaking of YouTube, we've got 495 subscribers. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And wait, did I say 95? I meant 99. 499. I don't know what I said before, but we've got 499. That is so cool. Only problem is that it's only counting 1,592 valid watch hours, so we need to get the valid watch hours up, please. I might actually be able to start making a little bit of money if we get the valid watch hours up. And then, well, one thing I would like to be able to do is do a giveaway. We get 500 subscribers and we do, one lucky person gets one of my books. And we get 1,000 and, a lucky person gets one of my books. I'm actually so afraid that somebody would be able to copy my signature somehow. That was the problem at one point. I do not sign my name the same way every single time. My signature is like a snowflake. Never the same way twice. And, anyway, but, it probably won't be signed because, I'm afraid of that. But it'll be, personally from me. That's the idea here. I'd like to be able to do that, but I need to be able to make a little bit of money first so I can start buying some books so we can do the giveaway. Um, okay, so what I was saying though is that in the description, I'm having a hard time talking lately. In the description below, there will be one link for each of my 6 books, and it'll lead you straight to Amazon. No stopping at any weird websites first or anything like that. It'll take you straight there. I just realized I do not have the... Looks like I have all the fronts, but I don't have the backs. Weird. That's so weird. Anyway, so my books are the Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 1, Pirate's Daughter, the Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 2, Misfortune, the beginning, the Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 3, Hard Times, the Rolling Sea Traitor Book 1, Esperanza's Party, the Rolling Sea Traitor Book 2, The Island, and then there's a separate series called Adopted, and the first book is Coral. Coral's book is, I want to say, $6, and the other 5 are $20 to $25. I know that's ridiculous, but when I I only get like $7 from each book. I thought it was I thought I set it up for $5, but um yeah, I get $7.14 or something like that from the bigger books, and then I get like $3 or something like that from Coral's book. I don't actually know how much it was, but oh, and okay, so I got an email the other week that said I had a book sale in Japan, and if that was you and it's valid, please contact Amazon and let them know, because something went wrong and all the paperwork went poof. The email went poof, and yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it's bugging me because I didn't get the money for it. It was just an ebook, so it's only like $3, but still. $3 can get cookies. It might still be able to get a loaf of bread. Um, it's most of the way to a half gallon of milk. Most of the way to me get my sliced cheese. $3 is 3 bottles of my raspberry tea. I think it's most of the way to be able to get a ice cream at Dairy Queen. I don't know how much that costs, so. Um, yeah, it would be most of the way to being able to donate a 5-pack of um, Kraft macaroni and cheese. Okay, so I don't know if other countries have this saying or not, but in America we have a saying, a spit in the bucket. Well, it would be like a eighth of a spit of a bucket um, for a donation to, cancer research or Make a Wish. Anyway, it's still, that it said I had a book sale. Oh, and just so everybody knows, I am set up and ready to go if anybody wants to buy my book um, anywhere around the world that Amazon now services. Um, I am set up and ready to go to get the payment after you buy the book. So, so I'm very happy about that. So, okay, like I said, I got an email saying that I got a book sale from Japan, and then, like I said, the paperwork all went poof. Amazon has no record of it. And so either somebody got a free sample book, which could result in being a good thing because, like they read it and then they're like, oh, this is a really good book. And, they want to tell all their friends about it. That's what could happen. I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but that's what could happen. Or it could be that the whole thing was fraud and that Amazon really needs to up their security game. I mean, because I was on the phone for over 20 minutes yesterday trying to convince them that I did get that email. Nobody wanted to believe me. And the first guy was actually trying to help me get a refund on my books that I ordered and got already, and had told him that about 3 times. Sorry, he was irritating. He needs more training. At the very least, to use his listening skills. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this build right here. It's like the one thing that is going right in the last few days. And we're still on what street are we on? We're still on Birch Street, but as soon as we're done with this side of the street, we will be on Jungle Street, I think. I'm saying I think because I just don't want to trust myself that I know what the Yeah, I think that's a jungle tree. Anyway, I don't want to trust myself that I know which trees are which. What the heck? That did not make sense. Okay. So I'm pretty happy though because on the um Xbox points front, I did my jewel game this morning and I did the puzzle and I thought it was crazy because I had like pretty much just turned on my Xbox and it was like poof, you have the points. And I'm like, huh? That did not make any sense, but I played the game, so it was like it legaled it up. Then I play I guess I played backgammon today, and I got a little bit of my story done too. A tiny bit, but it was an important tiny bit. So Ashley and Sam Crenshaw are about to go out on a date, and it's been established that they're going to lunch and somewhere. And I don't know if I got that far, but she's going to say somewhere. I think I've been there before. Anyway, so yeah, that's about as exciting as it gets on story at the moment because I don't remember what happens. I think that if this is a story piece, I think it is, they go to the submarine sandwich shop and get submarine sandwiches and then go to the lake and they talk while they eat. Now, I cannot remember if Sean tags along on that date or not. I really don't remember. But I do know that the next chapter is the one where they're going to go get the trucks of their dreams, as I put it. And I really need to hit mute on him. He's too loud. He's not that loud, but I think he's too loud because he might be on my stream, and I hope he doesn't mind. I mean, he might be flattered because it's like, at least he knows one person's watching his videos. I know that Suro said that he was perfectly okay with it. And I think Park Pass did, but I wasn't really sure. It's like they put a heart on it. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? They didn't actually put words with it. To say yes. And I want a definite yes. Um, I don't think Mr. Starsky answered at all whatsoever. So, or maybe he did. I just don't remember. I gotta start writing this stuff down. But I guess I would have to remember to. I guess I would have to remember to write it down. You know, if that makes any sense. I'd have to remember to do it. Okay, he said the Ton Tongue event. So that's making me think Ton Tongue Toffee from Harry Potter. But what are the people doing in the video game that he's playing? The crab dance. Please explain to me nicely what one has to do with the other. Okay. Hopefully we're almost done. Somehow I have my doubts, but hopefully. Oh, I am kind of sad because the neighbor gave us 2 bags of ice. And one of them is almost completely gone. But on the bright side, I still have the other bag. Okay, what can we gather from this not shutting off? We can gather that maybe Twitch does not like my choice of games. Okay, so I said about my books, and before this thing shuts off by itself again, if that's what it's going to do, if you're watching me on Twitch right now, please follow and chat. And if you are watching me on YouTube right now, please like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell. Literally, I just need one more person or 501 more people, either way. And hopefully I can get monetized. Well, I still need the valid watch hours. But we'll work on that as soon as I get that next subscriber. But yeah, I was so excited. I had like 480 people, and then it went up to like 484, and then it went to 490, and then it was 97 yesterday, 497 yesterday, and then 498, and then it ended up being 499. So that is so cool when I looked this morning. As much as I'm trying to get it to where I am being paid for all this that I'm doing, that's not my sole purpose in life. I would like to get book sales, but it would be also cool if I could get monetized. If I don't get back to some of these houses until like tomorrow or the next day or whatever, I'm going to be very confused why those houses have a piece missing. So I was watching a video earlier. It was, tiny dancers that melted the judges' hearts or something like that on, the Got Talent shows. And one of them had a boy and a girl, and literally when they're talking to the judges, the boy goes, "She's annoying." She thinks she's in charge, he thinks he's in charge, kind of thing, I think. And, yeah, I finally got to the end. And, he literally says she's annoying. And it, kind of reminds me, because when they're dancing, you can't tell that they're annoyed with each other. So it reminds me of the two little kids on Dirty Dancing, the ones that Baby's looking over at, and, they're dancing perfectly fine. And then they turn toward the, not orchestra, but, the people playing the music. And, they give the golf clap. And, they're either going to go sit down and get some punch or something, or they're going to, wait for the next song. But, in the scene, Baby's looking over at them like they dance way better than I do. Uh, oh yeah, that's something interesting in the truck scene is that as Sean and Jesse are going uh, out of the building. Yeah, I think it's as Sean, Jesse, and William go out of the building. Um, their friend Karen is about to go in, and the thing is that she told them the every single little aspect that she could think of to make sure that it was the correct car when she got to the car lot. Well, she had her dad drop her off. She pre-ordered it. It's already bought and paid for. She just has to go and pick it up thing. And when she gets there, it's the wrong car. Anyway, so when they're leaving, William is gonna go home, spend time with his wife Kat, if she's home. And well, that's annoying. It's like literally, how distracted can I be? Okay. I mean, the whole reason why we have the doors there is so we could put on the back porch and the doors. Now, you know, this morning I was very upset, and whichever cat was just talking reminded me because I didn't recognize the voice, and I know that it's one of the boys, so yeah, this morning, I did it again. This morning, I was going toward the kitchen and Bobby followed me. And he just walks up to the door and it's like, open the door! Open the door! Because she can see out the screen door. And it's like, no, it's too cold. Like, she's probably not going to be too happy this winter. And I'm definitely going to introduce her to the funny white stuff. It's going to be funny white stuff to her because she's not going to understand snow at all. Or why I'm telling her that she can't go out. I mean, she's a indoor cat. She does not get to go outside at all. That's mostly because I'm afraid that somebody's going to run her over. If I let if I let my cats outside without me, they may get grabbed by a hawk. That almost happened one time when Ben was on leash. Yeah, I used to take him out for a walk on leash. I think I need to start back up again. Um, I take the boys for a walk sometimes, or at least I used to. Um, in the baby stroller. You know what? That is the wrong thing. There we go. We've got a baby stroller that we bought specifically for the cats. And, and I think we really need to start going for walks again. We won't be able to do it in a couple of months because I am so afraid to go outside during the winter. That's not even funny. Because I've got bad knees, and the reason why I've got bad knees is because somebody didn't bother to plow the sidewalk. And, well, no, the 2 times I didn't pick up my foot high enough. But, you know, somebody didn't plow the sidewalk at all. And that contributed to it too. I got a dumb question. Oh. Yeah, we don't have the front yard set up either. See, I was gonna go and do the houses. And then I was like, well, we need the backyard porches and the front yard porches. And I already did the front yard porches as far as I know. I'm gonna have to go and make sure that I've got everything set up and ready to go, though. Did I put doors? No. Why would I put doors? I don't know. Right now, I feel like it's, sarcastically speaking, a stupid idea to put in doors. Hmm. So there's like 63 houses in each row, and I've got to get them all the correct color and all set up and ready to go. Yeah. And then I got to go and put roofs on all of them. Why did I do that? Wait, what? Oh, okay. So anyway, I don't think we're doing Roblox today, and I don't think we're doing Zoo Tycoon. Zoo Tycoon drives me nuts. I like playing it. Well, actually, I'm getting to where I don't like playing it. Because, I keep on having to do the garbage detail. And that doesn't let me put together a good zoo. Because I'm spending more time emptying the garbage can than I am I'm spending more time emptying the garbage cans than I am taking care of the animals. And that bothers me. And on the other hand, how come I can't hire there's zookeepers or whatever they're called that monitor the animals. How come they aren't the ones making sure that everybody's fed and watered? Besides, I thought you were going to Job Connect to talk to that guy. Thought you said you could just walk in. That's what you told me yesterday. He said that you don't do that anymore. Now I'm driving my own self crazy. Oh, and since I didn't bother to say it before, um the next book in the series is the Rolling Sea Traitor book 3, Lessons in Love. And it's coming soon. Not sure when. It's the one that I'm working on right now. Oh, yay, my first chatter of the day, and it's go to Stream Boo. We've got viewers, and they're cheap. Yeah, why does Twitch allow people to, you know, have accounts that are trying to sell viewers? It doesn't make sense. Oh, I looked this morning, 499. I've been talking about this all week, and he just asked me 499 what? The only thing that I've been talking about all week. My subscribers on YouTube that I'm very grateful for. And normally I go and do every single game on for Tuesday. Today I decided because if Twitch turns this off, that's fine. Whatever. This is bonus material. This is bonus material for the day. But if it turns off, whatever I'm actually supposed to be playing on Tuesday, then that's not okay. Especially since I already put in my plug for my books and I already put in a plug for follow, chat, like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell. Oh, so we do have a little bit of progress to report with the kitty cats. She's starting to get curious anytime Ben goes, or not every time, but most of the time when Ben goes into the litter box, Bobby will go over to the end of the desk and it's one of those where it's got the desk and then it's got the hutch above it, but it's all one unit. No. Okay, so it's not all one unit, but it does got a hutch. So anyway, she's at the top of the hutch, but she goes in on she goes to the right side and like waits curiously until he gets back out, and then it's like she's got to be a tough cat again. I don't know why, but anyway, we're working on getting them all to be friends. How close are we? Seems like we would have been. I mean, there are 63 houses, so. But it still seems like we would have been there by now. Oh, I fixed a mistake yesterday. Well, because somebody named Squibs, I think. Yeah. Anyway, had two-story houses, um, within like two houses of each other. There's supposed to be one on each section of block. Uh huh. But but I got it fixed, so there we go. Problem is that if I let him back on my world so he can help me with this, he'd have to set up the command blocks again. And he's got to write down everything. But the thing is that I would rather have this be a I build it world. That way any mistakes are made, I know who did it. Yeah, it's funny. I start doing Minecraft and it's nice, peaceful, and all that. And then I do anything else and it stops. Anyway. Oh, and if you don't yet play Dreamlight Valley, I will give you a very good reason to start. We got Sanderson's sister stuff recently. It's kind of funny though because somebody was saying that's not the book from the movie, and it's like, yeah, it is. It's just the asleep version, and since it's Game Loft instead of Game Loft instead of the Hocus Pocus people, it's gonna look a little different. My goodness. I'm sorry, this is just taking forever. There. Hey, I think I see the end. I'm not sure, but I think I see the end. And yeah, you're probably going, well, you didn't have to build so many houses. That's probably why it's taking so long. But yeah, it's a town, and towns have people in them. And there's supposed to be a whole high school of like 2,000 students. Oh, I get it. Okay. There. Now there should be no more distractions. Notice what I said though. Should be. Nobody's talking. Oh, you'll never guess what happened. She got cold and she came over to cuddle. Yeah, but I had her in my sweatshirt, the orange one. Okay. So we've got a lot of this done. And hopefully a lot of this done, and hopefully we'll be able to get the whole street done today. I don't know, because, like I said, I still gotta work on my story and. Okay. There we go. Two of what? Awesome. Oh, yeah. Okay. That I can handle. Controller batteries being low. That I can handle. Okay. Out of context, that did not sound nice. He said he was throwing brain rots in the trash. I should not be tired. Yay. I feel like I'm not being very entertaining because I'm just not talking about anything. Um, okay. So a lot of you liked the Nevada Day Parade last year, and I've got plans to do the Nevada Day Parade this year. Yay! We're all done. Okay. The battery died. Okay. That was smart. I don't know why, but I'm suddenly tired. And like I said, I don't think I should feel tired. Although I do wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning when I'm used to waking up just before 8. You know, around 7 or 8. I mean, around 7 or closer to 8 is when I usually wake up. And uh, oh, that did not work. Okay, there we go. That side is done. Okay. What else can we talk about? I don't know. It's gotta be something. I don't know what though. Well, like one of my beginnings books were supposed to be like the one book, and then we're gonna move on to the next one and the next one, but it ended up not working that way. It ended up being broken up into several different books. And then since I was doing that, I had to come up with like separate stories for the separate characters, and yeah, it seems to be working out pretty good. But oh, I just thought of that. If my character Michelle, her boyfriend, gives her that kiss that makes her pregnant, what would their last names be? Would it be Castle like Jake, or would it be Wright like Michelle? I just thought of that. I don't know. So I was thinking about it like that because when uh our kids were little, it was my last name, or my husband's last name was Rash. My last name was Rash because, I married my husband, and our son was last name Rash, but our daughter was my maiden last name. So, my before marriage last name. And so, she kind of, we could kind of tell that she kind of felt left out. But given that her first name is Ashley, because I really liked that name, having the last name of Rash would not have been good, I think. Hmm. Okay, I think I need to hop off of here a little early. I'll get back on here after I eat breakfast, but Okay. Dang it. I accidentally pressed the button too many times, so I'm glad it didn't respond like it was supposed to. Fire-breathing sunflower, he says. That just sounds weird. There. Her cat talks almost as much as mine does. I would actually say that maybe her cat talks more than mine does. I wonder why. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Okay. Well, I gotta finish this. There. I mean, I'm supposed to be streaming until 11, but the problem is that I'm hungry. And I don't know why, but I'm feeling like I'm falling asleep. Um, So maybe we'll do a shorter stream today. Really, it depends on how much this, how long this takes. I don't want to be crunching in your ear, and the thing that we have to eat today is granola and oat milk. That's the big problem with the roof. You gotta put it in just so. You know, that is something. I was thinking about watching a movie called The Happiest Millionaire. He's got a 3-story house for some reason. Or is it 4? I think it's 3. But 3 or 4-story house. And, his name's Mr. Biddle. And he's got his family. And, hey! That one's done, because it's already bamboo. Let's make for dang sure, just to make sure. Wasn't that a fast build? Oh my goodness. Oh, well, okay, so I should do this house. So then the block is done. Or that section of block is done. Ooh, after lunch we're probably gonna have to do some of the star path. And there's supposed to be a new floating island that I totally forgot about. Supposed to be a new floating island where you do puzzles and stuff. Um, and I haven't gotten that far in Suro's videos, so I don't know about them at all whatsoever. Guess we'll have to discover them together. But like I said, after lunch. I realize I get more people when I stream later in the day, but then I risk, streaming at the same time as somebody else. Oh, and I felt like I totally felt like I was behind because Mr. Star and Sky on he does Dreamlight Valley videos, and that's what I'm talking about if I say Floating Island um or the Valley or Eternity Isle or Storybook Vale, something like that. If I just say that out of the blue and don't give any context, it's from the video game Dreamlight Valley. And I love it. I've been playing it since September 2022 when it came out. I got gifted it by Gameloft because they knew that there was probably going to be some bugs, and we were like the test dummies. So a lot of us got it before it came out and then got to play it on day one. And like for a whole entire year after that, it was like in the testing phase. It was out, but uh it was out, but it wasn't out, kind of thing. Anyway, so like it officially came out a year later. So anyway, like we had I got, maybe we had the beta version, and then everybody after September 2023 got September 23 and beyond got the, full version, or I don't know. I don't exactly know how that works, but, yeah, okay, so like I said, I write books, and they are the Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 1, Pirate's Daughter, the Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 2, Misfortune, the Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 3, Hard Times, the Rolling Sea Traitor Book 1, Esperanza's Party, the Rolling Sea Traitor Book 2, The Island, and Adopted, and the first book is Coral. And, so there should have been, if I would have thought about it a lot sooner, there should have been a a Sweetie book and a Coral and Nancy book and a that might have been a good book, right? The story of the four evil ones. But by the end of the story, they would have been, nice sweet kitty cats. Um, I don't know if I didn't have a camera or if I just didn't think to take pictures, but I really should have taken pictures of those four because we got them from being snarling evil cats to each other and us to playing on the bed and playing with toys. And I mean, one of them was still the holdout. You know, she was the you ask me before you pet me cat. Otherwise, you weren't going to like the results. But she was getting there. And then we ended up having to give them back to um, the person who. Okay, so she had 100 cats in a dog run at her house, and she had 300 pigeons. Yeah. So, so we knew that those four were going back to a life of the mean streets of Nevada, basically. I mean, they were going to be in the dog run, so it was going to be like, they were the innocent victims in the gang fight, getting hurt in the gang fight. And we couldn't do anything about it because we were getting threatened with get rid of them or else. And so we had those four, and then we had 4 kittens at one point. Um, those were cutie pies. We named the youngest one Nancy 2. I don't know why, but she was like the little runt of the litter. She was the smallest one. But she meowed as much as our cat Nancy, so we're like, yeah, you can be Nancy too. I was kind of thinking that since she was a black cat, she kind of looked like she was a um. Well, oh, I was gonna say, then what color is it? Oh yeah, the. Anyway, I was kind of thinking that she looked like she was a black cat, but she looked like she was maybe from an Asian country for some reason. So I was kind of thinking it's Nancy, like Nancy Drew, but then two like TU. I don't know, weird things that pop through my head. So yeah. After this house, I am stopping for lunch, breakfast, whatever you want to call it. And then I gotta get back on into Dreamlight Valley. Oh, and remember, my books come in hardback, paperback, and ebook, so we have something for almost everybody because some people want to listen to audiobooks, and we do not have that yet. Um, I'm planning on it. But see, the way that I want to do it, I just don't have enough voices. I wanted one voice for each person. Um, like Zach ended up being Liam, but Midge, Travis, Craig, or Tristan ended up being Liam too. And then, like, Hamish is Liam or something like that. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of people that are using that same voice. But it's kind of okay because at the times that they're using it, you don't even notice because, they're not like talking to each other. But there's gonna be a point where they are talking to each other. I'm sure. So, yeah. Anyway, it says I have like 200 and something voices and I only use a handful of them because they're just not right the way that they sound. Okay. They sound, some of them sound a little gravelly, and I don't like that. Perfect. Okay, we are gonna switch to Spruce, and we will continue down the street during lunch, and yeah, so we're gonna continue down the street during lunch, and then when we come back on here later, maybe we'll be so close that we'll only have like one block left. It'd be nice. Oh, okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna put up a thing real quick because I want to show you something. We did this yesterday, and I think it looks really cool. Okay, so we could have the flat roof like we do over here, or we could have this roof over here. If you like roof number 1, please let me know in the comments below. If you like roof number 2, please let me know in the comments below. So like I said before, I think, please, wrong thing. Please follow and chat if you're watching me on Twitch, and please like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell if you're watching me on YouTube, and let's check the tote board now for YouTube. Nope, still it's still $4.99, but that's still really good. That is really good. Wow, 301 of you have watched Native Village Jungle Cruise from the 5th of October. That is so cool. So, yeah, so I guess I will see you in the next stream or video.